Hey guys, we're back. Another internal review. Today, it's of the Echo 1 Troy mid-length, but all the versions are the same except for the inner barrel length. I'll go that over with you right now. As you can see, it's pretty short. It's about 200 some millimeters. I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on that. It does have a very nice hop-up on it. You probably can't see. It is a Mad Bull blue bucking, which is nice that Echo 1's putting these buckings in their guns, because all I use is Mad Bull buckings, and they work really well. It is a two-piece hop-up design, which is plastic. You got the motor here, which is a standard motor. I actually have an older Echo 1 motor here, and nothing has changed other than they're black now, so not very magnetic, but you know, it gets the job done. But onto the gearbox, which is what everyone came to really see. It does use star bit heads, so caution to everyone who is getting this gun. First time I've cracked the gearbox open, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Hopefully it won't be too hard of a gearbox to open up. Hopefully not as broken. There is indeed like 7mm or maybe 8mm bushings. They're not solid. They're just you know, a standard type bushing that Echo 1 I guess puts in their guns. That always happens. Alright, well, now that we got the gearbox open, spring out of here. Let's see, we do have a plastic shaft spring guide. It does have bearings set, which is nice, but the actual core of this is metal. That's the main part that you want metal, so this is a pretty good spring guide. It does have some dinky fins on here, but they are indeed metal, so it should work for a while. Let's see, there we go. Spring here, I thought the spring was attached to a piston for a second there. That would be a shocker. Seems pretty weak. Maybe M110, possibly weaker. Standard stock spring. The piston here, I'm actually surprised. I've seen this piston before in a gun. It was in a DPMS M4. They're definitely better than the stock, you know, Chinese pistons. But as you can see, kind of what I'm doing here, if you can look, there's already some little shreddings coming up on the piston. Nothing too major, it's just the gears not shimmed properly, angle of engagement's wrong, so hopefully we'll try to fix that and we won't have too much issues with this. I can see that the second tooth is removed, so it does get better angle of engagement than normal. It's polycarbonate, it's got an O-ring, if you can call those ports, it's ported. No bearings inside. Check the upper assembly here. Nice chrome cylinder. One thing that I was surprised about was it did have, this gun is lubed very nicely. Hopefully other companies will follow Echo 1 right now, because Echo 1's lubing their guns great. Let's check the compression here on the stock setup. Oh yeah, that's that's pretty bad. Alright, well, if there's one thing you can fix in this gun, it would be the compression. There's absolutely no resistance at all, so. Well, first bummer of the gun, I'd say. Air nozzle, standard design, no O-ring. Tappet plate, standard. I can't tell if that's a chip right there, or if it's supposed to be like that. Cylinder head's actually in there pretty nicely. Single O-ring design. Does have a damper. Yeah, that thing's not moving anywhere. Alright, let's look at the gears now. This one's stuck in the bushing. There we go. These are Echo 1. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone, people. We have something else. I actually have this same exact gear set. Yep, Golden Eagle. Wow. I thought Echo One put their gears and guns. I guess they don't. You can see the GE, that stands for Golden Eagle. I actually have the same exact gear. Somewhere. Right there, it just doesn't have the Golden Eagle stamping, and also you can see I've cleaned this gear. You can see a big difference. But they are indeed not Echo One gears. They are indeed JG gears. I'm actually kind of shocked. I would expect that this gun would have Echo One gears. One thing I'm not noticing I don't see any shims. Quite literally, none. Yeah, these are indeed Golden Eagle gears. I'll show you the spur gear off the Golden Eagle one. Where the hell did I just put it? See right there, these are indeed Golden Eagle gears. I'm really surprised by that. I thought Echo One might put their gear sets in here. I guess not. Oh, let's see what else to cover about this. I can already tell you one thing: the trigger's got some carbon buildup. That's one thing about if you're gonna replace a gun and put some parts in it for longevity. One of the first things you're gonna want to replace is this trigger unit. It uses crappy copper, brass, which tend to get carbon really quickly. And if you don't fix that problem, your gun will eventually just stop shooting because it can't get connection. The funny thing is, the majority of the grease in this gun is on the anti-reversal latch, and that piece barely moves. Strange. Anyway, yeah, and that's about it for the Echo One Troy. I'm pretty impressed, actually, because, I mean, this sounds kind of weird, but when I took apart that DPMS gearbox, this was a while ago, the internals were literally exactly like this, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on right now. It does have an Echo One casing, though. But yeah, pretty good. The piston's nice. It'll definitely outlast some of the cheaper pistons. The cylinder unit's great. It's got ported because it does have a shorter inner barrel, and it's put in there pretty well. Finally, they're starting to give out, you know, bearings and metal spring guides. That's great. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, far above average, and for what you're paying for this, really great buy. I mean, it's got some great internal pieces. You don't really see, you know, quality like this in Chinese guns, so I'm definitely impressed by Echo One. They're definitely stepping up their game. But yeah, that's been the review of the Echo One, internal review of the Echo One Troy.